Hey guys, so recently I've noticed that the sentiment around uranium has turned quite negative. I feel a lot of investors and speculators are starting to give up on the thesis that they were so bullish on just a mere few months ago. I recently watched a video by the legendary investor Rick Rule, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he mentioned something along the lines of that most people who were jumping onto this trade were narrative driven and not actually driven by the semantics. And that to me perfectly sums up the majority of investors that we have seen flood into the uranium sector. They're very much narrative driven rather driven by the maths. And the maths is quite simple actually, that currently we are producing less uranium than what is required. We do not even need to project into the future, such as it does on this chart regarding, new reactors coming off online from China and India, but just the current reactors that are currently operating, the amount of uranium we're producing does not meet the demand. So we are running a deficit. Now, you could argue if that's the case, why haven't we seen these explosive moves in uranium? And to be honest, I don't actually have a good answer for this. I'm not smart enough, I guess, but I think it's a valid question. My thesis maybe on this is that one, the general equities market is doing very poorly given the stance of the Federal Reserve, and that the period of easy money is coming to an end, and that most investors are just not willing to risk their capital in this environment. Now, the utilities, I think maybe they're just slow. Maybe they really are just slow. Maybe they're also taking a step back, seeing how everything unfolds in Ukraine, because nothing has actually really changed in thesis or maths wise since I initially made my first uranium video. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's actually even getting more bullish. Japan will be restarting 7 reactors in the middle of 2023. That's not years away, that's just months away. So they will start becoming a net importer of uranium rather than a seller of the stockpiles that they previously held. We've also seen that Congress is actually blocking DOE from selling excessive uranium, which previously was killing the US mining industry. And now they're having a difficult time in just securing 1 million pounds of uranium. So, as you'll see from the screenshot that I've just posted on the screen now, that the Congress is actually blocking DOE, Department of Energy, from selling any uranium inventory. Furthermore, in the recent release of the 1.7 trillion spending bill, you'll see if we scroll down the screen that 300 million will be given to the Department of Energy to secure uranium. So to be honest, the positives for uranium, if you exclude the stock price, I guess that's what mainly everyone focuses on, is the stock price. If you exclude that, the news and the setup for uranium is still fully intact and is actually even more bullish. Or let's say not more bullish, but let's say more positive. And for me, 20%, 30% are not buying opportunities. But when a stock decreases by 70%, that that is the time, I think, if you are bullish on the thesis, and also if that stock already has provable reserves in the ground and is declined by 70%, and it's actually trading at the same level as 2020 December, I why would I not buy it? Because this is one stock I was always specifically looking at and thinking I wanted to get in this, but it ran too hot, and now the opportunity comes back to me. So I think this is a opportunistic moment for us, for me, let's say, not for you, because I'm not advising or giving any advice here. I'm just talking about stuff I like and what I'm doing. But in the next video, we will cover one of these stocks and why I'm buying it at this great discount.